What's up, guys? It's your favorite QB coach. You can give me 6 months of your time, and I'll give you the best golf swing of your life. So welcome back to the channel. In this particular video, we're going to be taking a look at Keita Nakajima's golf swing. He's an up-and-coming Japanese amateur golfer who is definitely going to make a mark in the Japanese professional tour and most likely the PGA Tour as well. So if you guys are interested in Keita's golf swing, well, this is the perfect video for you. Let's go ahead and jump in. But before we get into the video, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, and that is Kiwi Golf Japan. If you're too busy or you just can't make it out to our locations for lessons, Kiwi Golf Japan is the membership site for you. With over 240 plus videos of golf instruction, we have everything on the site you could possibly want. So go ahead and check out that link down below, and now let's jump into the video. So as we take a look at Keita's golf swing, I want you guys to understand this is going to be my personal opinion on what he's currently doing and what he's currently working on. This again is my opinion, not his coach's opinion, or if he's working by himself, not his opinion. So whatever I say could be completely wrong and completely off from what he's doing. This is my opinion and this is my observations. Now that we got that disclaimer out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at the wedge swing first. This swing over here on the right of your screen is a wedge shot as well. It's a more recent swing of his, I believe, maybe in 2021 or 2022 potentially. And then the swing over here on the left of your screen is much older, maybe 2 to 3 years, maybe even more older than that. But I definitely see some similarities between the swings as well as some a little bit differences potentially. So we'll bring that all up in this particular video. But let's start off with the wedge swing and break down some of his unique movements in his golf swing. So as we take Keita up to the top of the swing with this more recent swing, we can see at the top of the swing, he's in a very classic neutral top of swing position. Like a lot of these positions he's in, we teach all the time to our clients, and I really like them. So if we take a look at this lead knee right here, we can see that the knee cap is not moved out towards the ball too much. So the pressure is pretty neutral and it's in the right spot at the top of the swing in that lead foot. Then also if we take a look at the trail knee right here, it's definitely extended from setup, but it's not hyper extended, right? So he's in a good extended position, but he still has some flex in the knee. Then as we move into the elbow over here, we can see that if I draw an angle right here, he's pretty much almost at 0 degrees, right? So hardly any internal rotation. And if we take a look at the shoulder, or sorry, the arm on the shoulder, we can see he's right around 42 degrees, which I'm guessing he's hitting maybe a 56 degree. That's a pretty neutral position that you would see, you know, what I would teach for most of my clients to that top of swing position. So again, a lot of the positions we talk about, he's doing a really amazing job, and I love his backswing position. Now, the one unique thing about his top of swing position is going to be his face angle, and this is something that I don't necessarily think is a bad thing. You know, other coaches might think this is bad, but it definitely is unique relative to the modern player. So if we take a look at his leading edge here, we can see that, is it open at this particular point in the golf swing? Not necessarily, but if you compare it to more of a modern player, like let's say a DJ or Brooks, or even just like most modern players, it's definitely more open than these modern players. Again, I'm not trying to say his face angle is open at the top. I think it's actually quite neutral, maybe slightly open, but definitely compared to the modern players, it's in a very unique position. And even compared to most of the best players that have ever lived, you don't see too many of them have this top of swing position. You know, maybe Hogan might have had a face angle close to this, who struggled with a chronic hook for most of his career, but not too many players that I can think of are going to have this face angle. So it's interesting. Is this something that was taught to him because he struggled with a hook? Is this something he naturally does? We really don't know, but that would be the one unique thing at the top of the swing that I see, which is, you know, maybe contrary to what most people are doing. Now, as we start the downswing, we're going to find that for the most part, he has a pretty traditional downswing. Now, I would say from this starting point, he's a little bit more out from position 4 to position 5 than most people would be, kind of similar to like a Colin Morikawa. However, the main thing is I think he's trying to hit a pull fade, so I think that's the reason why his hands are getting a little bit more out. So if that is the case, then he's really not so far out of position. He's probably exactly where he should be. So for what I'm trying to say here is I think he's in a pretty good spot, in a pretty traditional spot relative to if he's trying to hit a pull fade. Now, another thing that I really like about his golf swing is he's not one of these players to get the club shaft really flat, and he doesn't flatten consistently on the downswing. He actually, if anything, almost steepens consistently on the downswing, and I think part of that has to do with his face angle at the top of the swing, or maybe it's just something that his coach taught him or he does naturally, really don't know, but it's something I do like about his golf swing, especially if he's trying to hit a pull fade. I really love this look right here of the club head kind of tracing on top of the plane. You know, we did a video recently about Anthony Kim that had a very similar movement to this, as well John Rahm has a very similar movement. A lot of great ball strikers who do hit the fade have a very similar movement to his club head movement on the way down. So it's something that I really admire about his golf swing, and I love that he's doing this. Now, as we continue to go through the finish, you know, he's staying on top of the plane, he's holding off the face. Nice divot here, he exits low and left, and I can definitely tell that he's trying to hit a little bit more of a flighted, maybe a little bit of a pull fade flighted wedge potentially, but definitely he's trying to flight the shot down slightly. Maybe he's trying to control spin at the same time. Whatever he's doing, I really like a lot of what he's doing in this particular swing. Now, if we go ahead and take a look at the iron swing, now mind you guys, this swing is much older, right? So he could have been doing something completely different back then than he is doing with his new swing. So maybe with his new swing or new coach, I don't even know if he had the same coach potentially, I really don't know. But what I'm trying to say is this swing could be completely different than what he's trying to do currently. But you do see a lot of similarities with the older swing to the new swing. So as we get up to the top of the swing, again, the arm position, the body position, everything looks quite similar. However, the main thing and the main difference I would see is the club head height is going to be a little bit lower at the top. Now this could solely be because he's hitting a longer club, which I think that is the case, or it could just be something that he tried to work out of and he's trying to get a shorter swing in the more recent swing. We really don't know, but really it's pretty much an identical backswing to this particular point. Maybe there's a few subtle differences with kind of the spine tilt at the top, but that also could just be, you really don't know, right? It could just be one swing that he did this too much on. What I'm trying to say here is the swings pretty much look identical here. Now, the one difference we are seeing with this older swing, we definitely see the hands initially move much more out in the older swing than the after swing over here, more towards 2021. So let me demonstrate that. So look at this initial movement right here. So the handle of the club is moving well out towards the golf ball quite a bit in this early section. However, from here into position 5, he actually starts to move towards right side lateral bend, which kind of slows down the movement of the hands out towards the golf ball. But no matter what, as we start to approach this position here, I do think his hands are quite far out towards the golf ball. And even if he's trying to hit a pull fade, the club shaft is a little bit on the vertical side here at this point in the golf swing. All right, that's it for you guys on YouTube, but before you guys click off the video, let me give you some quick wrap-up points. So when it comes to Keita's golf swing, I think he does a great job of the overall pivot on the backswing. If you take a look at the knee structure, if you take a look at the pelvis tilt, right, the upper body tilt, so the lead arm angle, the trail elbow, all of that is really just picture perfect and he's in amazing spots. Now, when it does come to that facing at the top of the swing for you amateur golfers out there, that might be something you want to be wary of, especially if you struggle with the slice. But for the most part out there, it's really not so far out of position. It definitely is unique relative to the modern players, but it's really not so crazy. So keep that in mind. Definitely copy a lot of what he does with the backswing in terms of the body movements. I think it's amazing. And overall, he's obviously just a very talented player. And I look forward to seeing him winning major tournaments out here at the PGA Tour. So other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to check out our Kiwi Coach 6-month program online and in person. Check out the membership site as well, and I'll see you guys in the next video.